Hi guys, it's Lara. Thank you so much for watching and welcome back to my channel. As you have seen from the title, it's gonna be a review. I tried the semi-permanent hair dye from Bleach London in the shade Violet Skies, which is this one. And that's, by the way, not the shade that I have on my head right now. However, I filmed everything for you guys because I bleached my roots and then I toned my hair with this one and then I blow dried my hair. So you're gonna see all of that and I'm gonna tell you all about my experience and what I think of this hair color if I would buy it again. So if that's something you're interested in, then please keep watching. So first, let's talk about where I got the hair dye from, what did I pay, how much was the shipping. So I bought the first bottle together with a bottle of Bleach London Silver Shampoo directly from Bleach London's own online shop. And as the name suggests, they are located in the UK. However, I live in Austria and they have a flat rate for the remaining European countries, which is £10. And that's quite a lot because one bottle of the hair dye is £6. So obviously, if you do not buy more than one item, it's actually quite a bad deal. And when the hair dye arrived, I looked at it and I was like, this is never gonna be enough for my hair. Even though my hair is still quite short, I have a lot of hair, it's super thick, so I have decided to order at least 1 or 2 extra bottles. But I found an online shop, it's called Cult Beauty, where the shipping is, I think, like £4.95. So I ordered 2 additional bottles and I paid way less. So I'm gonna link both down below, the Bleach London's online shop and also the Cult Beauty online shop. And the amount that you get for £6 is 150 milliliters, by the way. Now, a few words about the packaging. I think that this is a really beautiful design. I really like it. However, I don't find these bottles very practical. The bottle opening is very small. And when I was trying to get the hair dye out into the bowl that I always use for my hair dyes, whenever I tipped the bottle on its top and when I was kind of hitting the back and squeezing the bottle in order to get the hair dye out, when I squeezed the bottle, a lot of the hair dye came out, but the moment I let go, it got sucked back in. So I had to hit many times until I got as much of the hair dye as possible out. And I have a feeling that quite a lot of the hair dye still stayed inside. So I personally would definitely suggest to rethink the packaging for Bleach London, because if you look at hair dyes like Directions or Manic Panic, they have these jars and it's so much more practical because you can literally get every little bit of the hair dye out. Violet Skies is a bluish purple pastel shade, so the result will be always quite light. However, the hair needs to be super light in order for the shade to work to get the best results. What I like about Bleach London is that they even say that the color is blue base and that you have to keep in mind that once the color will start washing out, it is possible that it's gonna turn a little bit green, and they also warn about blue shades because they can be very stubborn to get out of your hair. And I think this is a really great thing that they write about that, because then you can't be disappointed, you know what to expect. So definitely thumbs up for that. And I also thought it would be interesting to compare the shade before I applied the hair dye with something I already had at home. So I put a little bit of the Bleach London's Violet Skies in a bowl, and I put also a bit of Lavender by Directions. So you can see that the colors look very similar. However, you have to keep in mind that this is a pastel shade, so it's not as intense as Lavender by Directions, and you won't get the same results even though the hair dyes look quite similar. Now let's have a look at how I use the semi-permanent hair dye. So first I bleached my roots. This is what I always do before I tone my hair. I still had quite a light shade of purple on the length of my hair. And here is what my head looked like once I washed out the bleach. This is how light my roots were. And then I towel dried my hair and then I started applying the Violet Skies. I always start in the back of my head and I work my way from the bottom to the top of my head, and then I let it in, I think, for like 30 minutes. I put even a plastic bag over it and then I washed the color out with cool water. I noticed 2 things First of all, the scent of the hair dye is so wonderful. If they had a perfume like that, I would definitely buy it. They choose a really wonderful scent. And the second thing was less positive. I felt like after washing the hair dye out, my hair felt very dry, so I had to use lots of conditioner, and I let it sit for quite a few minutes because I didn't like the way how my hair feels. Now, this is not the first time I bleached and toned my hair. I usually dilute any other hair dye with conditioner, and since I'm using quite a lot of conditioner when I do that, my hair always feels very soft, and that wasn't the case when I used the pure hair dye from Bleach London, so I did not like how my hair felt afterwards. But with a little bit of conditioner, everything was alright. And here is how my hair looked like when it was still damp. And here we have the final result. I think it was a very beautiful pale bluish purple shade, definitely a nice color. I found that the result was a little bit patchy, so it would have been better if I would have done it twice, like when I would wash my hair the next time, I could apply the color on my hair again, and then it might have looked better. It sometimes happens with semi-permanent hair dyes that you have to do it twice and then it's all right. However, when I washed my hair the first time, I could tell that my hair was even patchier, especially around the roots area, so I have decided to tone it with something else because I was not really happy with the result. And it might have to do with the depth of my own hair. Maybe my hair should be a little bit whiter, but I personally am not willing to go lighter because I don't want to, bleach my hair to death. So I rather use any other hair dye that covers the shade of blonde that I have without the need of bleaching it even more and without needing to cause even more damage to my hair that I'm already doing, because let's be honest, bleaching hair is not good. If you maintain your hair, it's gonna be alright, it can grow, you can have beautiful shiny long hair, but you have to maintain your hair, and there is a limit to what your hair could bear when it comes to bleaching. So personally, I am not really impressed. I don't like the packaging because the color is really hard to get out. I feel like with this shade, the result wasn't really nice and I would have to do it twice, and for that it would be a little bit too expensive because I need at least 1.5 bottles right now with this length. And if I have to do it twice, that would be £18 for 2 toning processes, and that's quite a lot of money. Especially when I think that once my hair is gonna be long again, I would need even more. So I think for me personally, the better option is to take any darker semi-permanent hair dye and dilute it with conditioner and mix my own shade, which is actually what I've been doing before and what I continue on doing now again. So I have a video about how I toned my hair with Manic Panic hair dyes. I used Purple Haze and Ultraviolet diluted with conditioner. I will link the video down below. Right now I have a few shades from Directions at home which I will try, and of course I will also film a review so that you see what I think about them and how the results look like. So I have Lavender at home, I also have Carnation Pink, which is a beautiful vibrant pink shade, and Violet, and I'm just gonna play with these shades and mix them. So I think overall the mixing, the diluting of a little bit darker purple shades is long term for me personally the better option, definitely less expensive option. However, if you want to try out just once having pastel hair and your hair is light enough and you don't think this is going to be something long term, way to go. You can definitely use the Bleach London's Violet Skies because it's quite a pale shade, and from what I have experienced, I think it's going to wash out quite quickly. You just have to keep in mind that the bluish shade might be a little bit stubborn, but if you don't mind about that, you'll be sure that you're gonna get a pastel shade. You don't have to be afraid that you would mix your own shade a little bit too dark and it would take longer. So there are definitely advantages, and I loved the scent. And I love the fact that they are cruelty-free and that the hair dyes are vegan. So it's just my personal opinion, and I was not happy with the results because of what I have expected and what is long-term better for me. But of course I understand that some people might look exactly for that kind of thing. One thing that I also should mention is There's a girl I follow. She's amazing when it comes to semi-permanent hair dye, so I'm gonna link her channel down below. Her name is Ira Vampira here on YouTube. And I've heard her saying that sometimes if you use any shades that's very pale, like pale shades, for example, diluted with conditioner, it is better to use it on dry hair because for whatever reason the hair can absorb the hair dye better. That's something I haven't tried with Violet Skies. So it might be the better way to do it, and maybe the result wouldn't be as patchy. I didn't try that, so I just wanted to throw this in so that you know that. So if you have the hair dye at home and it didn't work and you still have some hair dye left, you might want to try that. Maybe that's going to be the answer to this problem. And that is my video for today. I hope that this review has been helpful. As usual, anything that I have said about the product that I have used today is only based on my personal preferences and on my personal experience. It is a very subjective view, so I'm not trying to generalize. Very often, one product that doesn't work for me at all might be the perfect product for someone else. But that is really it for today. So if you like today's video, if that video has been in any way interesting or helpful for you, I would be very happy if you would give the video a thumb up because that really helps the channel. You can also share it, and I would be also super happy if you would subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet. As usual, I have listed several things down below in the description box. Any discount codes that I have currently for you guys, any music that I use in my videos is also always listed down below. I have linked down below the online shop from Bleach London and from the company called Cult Beauty, where they have less expensive shipping costs. And also I have listed down below links to my Instagram accounts. And there is also a fun link if you want to invite Hercules for a doggy treat, but please feel no pressure, that's just for fun. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, I was very happy to be able to film a video for you guys. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching again. I love you guys so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you with my next video. Bye!